Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session that was inspired by a book that I'm rereading. I've read this a while ago, but I thought I'd reread it just because it's very good at the basics of habit change. And it's a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm a big fan of James's work, and it's a very good book if you want to make a change. Some of the simple things like making it easy, making it consistent, challenging some of the associations or ideas that you have with the initial habit, and rewarding yourself, making it super easy to do whatever habit you're replacing it with. So this is a hypnosis session that takes the principles of the book and makes it super easy for you to make changes at an unconscious level. And a few days ago, I published a Q&A session where I had about 20 questions asked to me from the organizers of the New Zealand Hypnosis Conference. And I said at the end, if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me that may be different from those that were in that session, that episode, feel free to ask. And someone reached out and asked the question, why is it that I don't use some of the more formal inductions in hypnosis? And one of the most famous inductions is called the Elman Induction, named after Dave Elman. And I would say that Dave Elman is up there with Milton Erickson as one of the pioneers, one of the modern founders of modern hypnotherapy. And I would say there's two key reasons that I don't use the Elman Induction. One is it's quite long, and when I'm working with clients, I prefer to get to the crux of the change that I'm working with. So I feel like a long induction really isn't necessary. It also uses something called fractionation. Fractionation is where you encourage the client to open their eyes, and then when they close their eyes, then there's this feeling of them going deeper. So it's a deepener, it's a technique. Again, I found it not really to be that necessary. But I thought, given that, I was trained in the Elman Induction, that I may as well do the Elman Induction. So this is a hypnosis session, not for a client, just based on me taking a book that I'm rereading and taking the crux of that into a hypnosis session, but using the Elman Induction, which has a convincer of asking someone to open their eyes while simultaneously relaxing their eyelids, and that can become quite a good convincer. And also the fractionation of then directly telling them to open their eyes and that they become deeper when their eyes closed. I don't really use some of the language of the Elman Induction of limp and loose like a wet rag. Some of this is quite linked, I think, to 1950s, 1960s, which is when Elman was at his peak. But I have the essence of the Elman Induction in this session. Let me know what you think. If you like this kind of style, the longer inductions, let me know. You can drop me a line on Instagram. My handle is @AdamCoxOfficial, or you can drop me an email, adam@adamcox.co.uk. Let me know your thoughts, because this is a slightly different style to how I normally do it. Equally, let me know if you prefer my usual style, which involves things like nested loops and levels of disassociation, just because I find that a quicker way to get someone to a place where their focus is on an inward reality. For now, though, I would say for you to get the best out of this session, think of one specific habit you would like to change and what you would like to replace it with. And having that in mind, even before the session starts, will enable you to get more out of this session than if you just listen passively. So think of that one thing you'd like to change, a regular habit, something you do and you want to do something different, and what you would like to replace it with. And find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. Relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a slow, long, relaxing breath, and as you exhale, feel a wonderful sense of release as tension leaves your body in that outward breath. Notice any tension around the eyelids, in particular, fades away. So take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow your body to settle and relax. That's right. And now focus on the muscles around your eyes and begin to relax those muscles completely. Imagine they're becoming so relaxed that they just won't work. So with your eyes closed, and when you're sure that they're so relaxed that they wouldn't work even if you tried, go ahead and test them. Try to open your eyes and notice how they stay comfortably closed. And the harder you try, the more relaxed they become. And now stop trying and relax those eyes even more, allowing relaxation to flow from your eyelids through your entire body. That's it. And now in a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and then close them again. And when you close them, you'll allow yourself to go twice as deeply relaxed. Ready? Okay, open your eyes and now close them, allowing yourself to double that relaxation, letting go completely. And now one more time, open your eyes and then close them as you feel your body sinking even deeper, twice as deeply relaxed, allowing every muscle, nerve, and fiber to loosen, to relax, and unwind completely. And congratulate yourself because you're doing this perfectly. Now, in a moment, I'll begin counting down from 5 to 1. As I do, you'll imagine yourself descending a staircase, and with each step, you'll drift deeper into this calm, comfortable state of pure relaxation. 5. Take that first step down, feeling your body relax even more. 4. Going deeper now, letting go completely. 3. Feeling a wave of calmness flowing through your entire being. And then 2. Deeper and deeper, feeling completely at ease. And 1. Completely relaxed, calm, and open to positive changes. And now that you're deeply relaxed, we're going to work together to make some important changes in your habits, letting go of old patterns that no longer serve you, and embracing new, empowering ones. So imagine now the habits, or maybe one habit specifically, that no longer serves you. See it clearly in your mind, and you know which one it is. That habit that has taken up space in your life, draining your energy, your focus, and your potential. And I want you to begin to shrink this habit, making it smaller and smaller. Imagine removing all the cues and triggers that once led you to this habit, and see yourself placing those triggers far, far away, somewhere out of sight, somewhere they no longer have any power over you. And now feel yourself creating space where these habits once existed. A space where positive change can flourish, as you realize that old patterns are no longer needed, and you have all the power to release them. And as you look at these old habits, or one in particular, you see them clearly for what they are. Their true nature is revealed to you now. And maybe you see how they've limited your potential, how they've distracted you from what's important. I want you to feel deep within you a sense of how unattractive and unnecessary it's become. That it doesn't bring you any benefit, and from this moment forward, you feel a strong desire to avoid it, to move away from doing that thing easily and effortlessly. And when you've let go of that bad habit, It's now time to turn your attention to a new habit that you want to build. A positive, life-enhancing behavior that will guide you toward the person you truly want to be. And maybe you can imagine the first step you can take. A small action. Something so easy and simple that you can do it without any effort. And imagine yourself taking that action and feel a deep sense of satisfaction as you make this new habit part of your daily life. And notice how effortless it feels, how naturally it fits into your routine. And each and every time you repeat this new habit, it becomes easier and easier until it becomes automatic, a natural part of who you are. So now imagine the positive feelings this new habit brings you, that each time you engage in it, you feel a deep sense of pride, accomplishment, and fulfillment. And you begin to associate this new habit with feelings of joy, excitement, and well-being. It feels so good to take this action, and you look forward to doing it each day or whenever you can. With every repetition, your new habit strengthens, and you feel more and more motivated to keep going. But it's becoming a part of who you are, and it fills you with energy and excitement for the future. And maybe as you continue to practice this new habit, you can notice just how rewarding it feels. That each time you do that thing, you experience a sense of satisfaction, of progress, of moving closer to your goals. You celebrate these small wins, knowing that every step you take is part of a larger journey toward success. You can already feel how these small habits are compounding, growing in power, and moving you toward the life you truly desire. Each positive habit you build brings you one step closer to the best version of yourself. And as you continue to form these new habits, you're not just changing your actions, you're changing your identity. You are becoming the person who naturally embodies these habits. You are someone who is focused, driven, and successful. You are someone who respects yourself and your goals And every day, you move closer to the person you truly want to be. And I wonder if you can take a moment to acknowledge that success comes not from dramatic changes, but from small, consistent actions. You have the patience to stay the course, the perseverance to continue when others might give up. Each day you grow stronger, more focused, and more determined. You balance long-term thinking with short-term action, making decisions that align with your ultimate goals. Your persistence is your strength, and you feel confident knowing that even when challenges arise, you have the wisdom, the vigilance, and the drive to continue. You are in control of your habits, and they are working for you, day by day, moment by moment, building the life you want. Allow your unconscious to make all of the changes necessary to break free from an old habit and lay the foundations for a new one. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. And you will awaken more energized, with a new lease of life, feeling like you've broken free from a shackle of an old habit and laid the foundation for a new one. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.